So Saturday, I'm going to a rave in Atlanta, Georgia, called Beats on the Beltline. It's supposed to be from about 2 in the afternoon to about 11 at night. Um, if you ever raved in Atlanta, you know that you pretty much go until 7 in the morning if you choose to do so. But we're going to prepare for Saturday's rave. And how we're going to do that is we're going to make Kandi bracelets, spelled Kandi. And so the whole purpose of Kandi bracelets really it kind of ties into the concept of P.L.U.R, peace, love, unity, and respect. When we make P.L.U.R bracelets, we try to say things or we try to create things that's very memorable, uplifting, and encouraging. Raves obviously are parties and dances, but it's really about, in my personal opinion, using music as a way to connect with other people, make great memories. So, what we need in order to make Kandi, we need a few things. First, we need a good pair of scissors. We need elastic pony string, well, elastic cord. We need uh, types of beads. I prefer neon because I think it just looks more aesthetically pleasing. And then lastly, we need basically letters. So letters like consonants and vowels. So making Kandi, especially like as an adult, can be a time-consuming process because if you're a working adult, usually you don't have time to sit down and make bracelets for people to trade. But I like making Kandi because it's like a great opener. It's like a great icebreaker, especially to people who may not be familiar with raves. It's a great way to start conversations, and they can be really good mementos. So people collect Kandi, they add different things to it, but today we're going to try to keep it really simple. As I mentioned a few seconds ago, making Kandi is really time consuming. So what I like to do is like I'll take, let's say, like a piece of paper, and I'll write down what I would like to make first before I even get started, so I can focus on that and not waste time having to come up with what I want to make out of those bracelets. So since I'm going to Beats on the Beltline on Saturday, I think the first one I'm going to make is it's going to say the Beltline in order to trade or give to someone. So what we want to do is first we take our elastic and we kind of want to measure. Um, I'm actually going to lower this. So let's see. We got our elastic, and really we want to make the elastic go around our wrists, and we want it to go a little bit lower. Sorry. We want to make it go a little bit past our wrist because we can always cut and we can always cut off the parts we need. We can't add any more cord to it. So after we measure what we think we are going to need, we're going to take our scissors and then we're just going to cut. So you can never go too big, but you can always go too small. So I guess let me back up. So this is what we have so far, and now we just add the letters. So we're going to search through our bag. And then we're just pretty much going to sift through. So T, and you can buy a bag like this off of Amazon. Typically, I try to avoid using words or phrases that use too much vowels because it seems like I end up running out of vowels very quickly. So it looks like we have our THE. We're going to see if we can form belt line, and this is really just off the cusp. So I've had this for years, and the letters always get jumbled up. So THE, and then we're working on belt line. So L Line, Line. It's kind of like putting a puzzle together, but the hardest part is knowing what you want to say. You, there's like you always want to be cognizant of what you say. Like you can give people compliments. Let's say we want to make a candy that says like Rave Bay, or let's say nice booty. You just have to be very cognizant about who you're giving it to. Everyone doesn't react the same way, but most people are pretty understanding at raves. Um, and a lot of times, people who have been to raves, they understand Kandi and P.L.U.R and will be more than happy to trade with you. Some people may be apprehensive because they don't know who you are and why you're being so friendly. So again, it's about reading into the situation. All right, I'm just looking for another L. All right, so we've got that out of the way as far as like the actual words that we want to do. Now moving forward, we want to take our string and we want to start putting the letters through the string. So I'm going to start with the belt line. I'm going to start with belt line first. And then we want to make sure that when we're putting these Kandi bracelets together, that they don't roll through the other side. So we want to make sure that they're nice and stable. Now that we have the word belt line on this neon cord, we want to add some of the colored neon pony beads to it. So I'm just going to take a few to separate the words belt line and the. So I would say no more than 3 should be appropriate to form a buffer between the two words. So when people are looking at their bracelet, they can read and understand it. So 1, 2, 3. So starting with our E, H, T. So now we have the belt line, but we're still not done yet. We're done with our wording, but we are not done with actually building out the bracelet. So now what we are going to do is that we are going to put pony beads on each side of the Kandi bracelet, tie them off, and then cut the loose ends. So the hard part's over with. The hardest part is honestly just sifting through and getting the letters for what you want after you decide what it is that you want to make. So sometimes I put solid colors together, but I like to mix them up just so that it doesn't look boring. And pony beads do have a tendency to roll away, so I would try to put them on something flat, if at all possible, so they don't get away from me. So I'll start off by putting a little bit on one side. And the reason why I chose to put the belt line as what I'm making a Kandi bracelet out of is so that whoever I trade with can have like a memory of the show that they went to in order to keep with them. But chances are they may trade it with somebody else. You never know. So I've got it going on. Basically, I just check it against my wrist. I'm going to maybe add 1 or 2 more on each side, but I don't want to make it too big to where I can't wear it on my wrist. So I'm careful to make sure that these beads don't roll off either side. So let's go 1, 2 on this side. 1. Let's grab one more on this side. Now, so I like to make sure that the pony beads are about even on each side. Stick my finger through, and then I just am doing like a visual test. It looks fine. So now I'm ready to tie it together. I pull, and then I prefer to double knot it, and then because the elastic it's stretchy, so it can be a little bit snug because once you put your hands through, it'll adjust. So now that we have extra string, this is why we always measure more than measure just enough or not enough. Take the string and take the scissors and cut just above it, and then boom. This is one of our candy bracelets that we are going to make for this weekend that some lucky person is going to get. And then basically you put it over your wrist. So the right hand is for candy bracelets that you would like to trade with other people. The left hand is for candy bracelets that you would like to keep. So we'll go over how to trade candy bracelets in another video. But basically this is the introduction. And until next time.